child have died following a motor vehicle crash along the PJ Patterson Highway early Sunday morning. Road safety advocates have described the devastating incident as the worst nightmare come true. Ramada Lyons explains.
A pro box in complete ruin, bent, twisted, and the scene of destruction. An 8-year-old boy, a 27-year-old male driver, and 2 female passengers ages 22 and 29 all died after a Mercedes-Benz slammed into the pro box a little after midnight Sunday.
The 2 granddaughter, my niece, and her son and another meet into an accident last night. 4 get out of it. The other rest them sick and in the hospital, in a Spanish town hospital. And the she get a scan for her head. And them have say them don't have the machine, them don't have the scan for her head, them don't have no ambulance to carry her to next hospital. And I think that that's a part of slack. See there, walk, collect it. See there.
Ryme Nation family, welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone is doing okay today. So on Sunday morning around 12 a.m. Ryme Nation family, there was a collision on the PJ Patterson Highway where 4 persons lost their life, Ryme Nation family, including a young 8-year-old child. So it is alleged that the driver of the 2002 Toyota Probox lost control of the vehicle in a Ryme Nation family. And the Probox hit a median. So that Probox was heading into Kingston, Ryme Nation family. So the occupants of the Probox in the Ryme Nation family attempted to exit the vehicle. And here comes the 2022 Mercedes-Benz, who was also heading to Kingston, crashed into the Probox, killing the 4 people. Several others received injuries and were taken to the hospital. So the police must say, based on evidence, the driver was distracted while driving. So, we not hear nothing about the occupant of the Mercedes-Benz. The news mentioned nothing about the Mercedes-Benz driver, you know. But anyways, so it is also alleged in a Ryme Nation family that few of the victims are from one family, or most of the victims are from one family. It is alleged. So on screen now in a Ryme Nation family is Taisha Manertz and Wendy Lamy, ages 22 and 29 respectively. And the next person on screen is Angie McLeish and Troy Stewart, ages 27 and 8 respectively, Ryme Nation family. According to police in a Ryme Nation family, nearly a dozen passengers, including children, who were traveling in the Toyota Probox motor vehicle. When I think 11 people can hold in a Probox, I would think that both the Probox and the Mercedes occupants all accumulated up to that nearly a dozen passengers. The grandmother of one of the survivors from, the crash explained that at the hospital in a Ryme Nation family, they don't have a CT scan machine and they don't have an ambulance to transfer that patient to another facility that has a CT scan machine, so that patient can do a CT scan to find out the extent of that patient injury. So the grandmother have to chump up money to go pay to get an ambulance to transfer that patient to another facility. Jamaica, we in a serious problem. If we don't see it or don't know, or the first thing I hear about this, the healthcare facility or the healthcare system is in shambles. How can a hospital be operating with broken or operating without any CT scan machine, Ryme Nation family? There is some serious problem affecting this healthcare system, and the government seems like them a play a blind eye or a play with the citizens' lives. Persons overseas in a Ryme Nation family wants to help or wants to donate machines and stuff like that to help out, the healthcare system. And the government is playing a blind eye, Ryme Nation family. It is alleged, that there was this one individual from overseas donated some equipment or stuff like that for the healthcare system, and that person was having it hard to clear the equipment and stuff like that for the healthcare system. So that person wrote to the government, and the government turned a blind eye, Ryme Nation family. So the government play with the citizens' lives. So right about now in a Ryme Nation family, I'm going to take a look at these videos. So I have a report from TVJ News in relation to the crash, and we have a video from one of the survivors' grandmother, and an audio from the chairman of the Road Safety Council. So, Ryme Nation family, do you guys think the government is playing with the citizens' lives? Leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section and tell them what you think about this one. And if this is your first time viewing the Ryme Nation channel, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. Whenever you guys subscribe to the channel to grow and helps you to push the channel out there. So take a look.
Have died following a motor vehicle crash along the PJ Patterson highway early Sunday morning. Road safety advocates have described the devastating incident as the worst nightmare come true. Ramarda Lyons explains.
A probox in complete ruin, bent, twisted, and the scene of destruction. An 8-year-old boy, a 27-year-old male driver, and 2 female passengers ages 22 and 29 all died after a Mercedes-Benz slammed into the probox a little after midnight Sunday along the PJ Patterson highway. A police report listed excessive speeding, diverted attention, and a previous accident as possible causes of the crash. Vice Chairman of the National Road Safety Council, Dr. Lucien Jones, says it's a painful situation.
For one time. This is absolutely shocking, and happening on one of the best roads in the country.
It's reported that the driver of the probox lost control of the vehicle and hit a median, and the motor vehicle overturned. But that wasn't the end of the ordeal. TVJ News understands that the driver and 3 passengers were in the process of disembarking the overturned car when it was hit by the Mercedes-Benz, severely injuring all 4.
This is our worst nightmare come true as road safety advocates. All our efforts is to try and prevent this kind of craziness, this kind of suffering, this kind of pain for families.
Dr. Jones says it's an unfortunate tragedy that reinforces the need for more support for proper road usage.
On or about 12:40 a.m. today, March 30, 2025, there was a motor vehicle crash along the PJ Patterson Highway nearing the exit of Spanish Town. What we understand is that a Probox motor car was headed into the direction of Kingston with about 11 persons on board, to include some children, when the driver somehow lost control and crashed with the median. The vehicle overturned. Whilst the persons were attempting to get out of the vehicle, we understand that a Benz SUV motor car traveled along the said roadway headed into Kingston in the same easterly direction when it crashed with this vehicle. As a result, several persons were hit. We understand that the driver of the Toyota Probox motor car, as well as 2 female passengers and a young female child, were hit and died as a result of this crash. Several other persons were injured and are in the hospital. The police are conducting further investigations around this crash.
The 2 granddaughter, my niece, and her son and another meet into an accident last night. 4 get out of it. The other rest them sick and in the hospital, in a Spanish Town hospital. And she forget a scan for her head. And them have to say them don't have the machine. Them don't have the scan for her head. Them don't have no ambulance to carry her to next hospital. And me think that a part of slack. See there, walk a collect it. See that? See that never reach it yet. See that? So no lie me out there. See that? Beg me up here, beg this. 35,000. We have to chomp up the money. The whole family are because we don't live bad. I chomp you up. And get a ambulance to move her. Give me. See that? See that what we are doing. See what we have been doing.
A family that stand together, she can never be a corpse in them hospital. Never in the name of Jesus.
When I go the last night, the toll was so dark. Me have some how them drive on the toll. Oh, then there's no light. It's dark. What kind of driving? Man can drive in the darkness. Mr. Tufkan, me ask you please. Please, sir, me are begging you, please. Looking at the health department, them, the hospital, them need help, sir. And we need light on the toll.